One thing that I want to introduce for CNT solution is we have an NVIDIA Jetson Orin solutions. So our NVIDIA Jetson Orin, we provide all the way from AGX with the Jetson Orin 6000, and we also have JCO 3000 with the NX and Nano module, and we also have the mini AI computer with the Orin Nano. So we do provide all solution across these different platforms that NVIDIA have in the Jetson Orin. And the first thing that I want to highlight is our JCO 6000 Orin. So the unique thing from CNT's JCO 6000 Orin is it's one of the most modular and customizable solution you can find. So our technology that we call the H-Boost I/O can support up to 4 of these modular ports. So if I can show you closer over here, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can customize this with different I/O ports that we have. So we have like M12 with PoE, or USB port with locking or without locking, and also RJ45 with PoE or without PoE, dual 10 gigabit Ethernet, and also even like M-key or M.2 expansion modules. And one thing that is unique from our computer also, we provide up to 3 types of cameras. So GMSL2, PoE or GigE, and USB Vision. So these 3 cameras, so over here you can see, this computer, for example, support up to 8 of GMSL cameras, up to 12 of PoE cameras, and up to 10 of USB Vision cameras with locking. And for example, this is our GMSL model, so you can support up to 8 of GMSL2 cameras over here. And GMSL camera is really fit for like AGV, AMR, or self-driving cars or truck. And they're really good because they have a signal integrity even for like really long range of cables, up to 15-meter lengths. And if you want more like PoE cameras itself, we also have a PoE modules, M12 for locking, and RJ45 if you need just a normal RJ45 PoE. And the third one is we also have USB Vision with locking solutions. So the locking USB Vision over here really fits for robotics with a lot of like movement and shock vibration, because some of the solution on the robotic arms on the head, they actually have a USB locking on the camera, but on the computer doesn't have it. So if the computer, when sometimes it shake off and it slowly pull out itself, and you have the locking solution, we can also compensate on that issue and risk. So we do have 2 types of JCO 6000 Orin, the one with 4 H-Boost I/O and the one with 2 H-Boost I/O on the back. So these 2 solutions is something that you want to have if you have like a high-end self-driving modules and computer as well.
Yeah. And we've also partnered with Oxon for our remote OOB module. So what it is an out-of-band module. So if for increased reliability and durability, if the computer happens to crash and you're not able to access it, the OOB module independently can be controlled by a remote location, and you're able to access all the different types of telematics in the computer. So if you have blue screen or crashed, the OOB module lets you reset and also reboots the computer to figure out and diagnose what's wrong with it.
Right. And also we can see closer over here. So the troubleshoot that you can get with the Oxon OOB, you get at both out of band and also in-band solution. So you can access also the terminal and the troubleshoot from the console. And if you need to update over the air updates or the driver and also some of the software, even your OS, you can use these solutions, and it is a much better cost-effective solution compared to sending an operator there. So your downtime cost will be really, really low, and you can deploy this across a lot of our JCO computer at once and looking in one dashboard and see it and control it remotely. And next here we also have a JCO 3000 series. So JCO 3000 series, they support the Orin NX and Orin Nano. And we have also 2 versions of this. And the key things here, it's also support the OOB modules that we show. And the OOB modules here is same with the Oxon. And you also have 4 PoE RJ45 that you can connect to 4 PoE cameras. And the rest you have the HDMI solution, HDMI port and USB port, and also some legacy ports at the back. So you have COM ports, and you can even have inbuilt-in CAN. And the other thing that we also support here, we have a SIM card as well, flash, and you can use the AT and ATX mode for this computer. And the last thing, if you want a more compact Orin Nano solution, we do have a JCO 1000 Orin series with the Orin Nano. So for example, a simple license plate recognition, or for smart parking, you can use, instead of using to overpower like this, you can run with NVIDIA architecture on our JCO 1000, connect to cameras, USB cameras, and RJ45, and you are all good and set up for that. Yeah.
And to talk about the ruggedability of our JCO line, we actually are fully cableless and fanless. So usually when you're using Edge AI, you need some kind of GPU or active cooling solution. With the JCO series, it's completely cableless and fanless. And as well, it hits wide operating temperatures from -25 to 55 degrees Celsius, and also UL safety listed. So this allows you to know that it's been tested and validated for reliability and durability.
Yeah. And also for JCO 6000, you have the EN50155 AMC, so you can also deploy this not only around like normal industrial automation solution, even we have a partner in Europe and also in US that also try to test this with, for example, ADAS solution on tram or railway to provide like object obstacle detection as well. And over here, we can show you a quick demo of like how does it look with like the 8 GMSL doing a person recognition. And on the other side, we are connecting this to the JCO 3000 series, and it can do like a very simple like car, motorbike, like object detections. And this is just one of the quick showcase on how we show like, okay, now instead of having Intel with GPU, you can have a much better fanless architecture by using the all-in-one SOM module from NVIDIA Jetson Orin, where the RAM, CPU, and GPU are all combined together. And that's our NVIDIA Jetson Orin. Alright guys, so over here we have CNT's flagship AI Edge Inference computer. So AI Edge Inference computer is our RCO 6000 series. The newest one that we have is the RCO 6000 RPL. So the unique thing about this computer is how modular they are, and you can even do not only I/O expansion but also some performance accelerator expansion. So let me talk about the first part, the fanless design computer of RCO 6000 RPL. So the RCO 6000 RPL, you get all the 12 to 14 gen Intel Core performance, and you have a fanless design solution as well. And this product, you also support like EdgeBoost I/O. We have up to 2 EdgeBoost I/O here. So you can configure with all of these ports and also M.2 expansion. So you can have from PoE, M12 RJ45, dual 10 gig Ethernet, USB, and even some of dual 5G or dual M.2 B key that you can configure with 5G, AI, and FreeMe storage, and also M.2 M key storage. So this product is really good for high power hungry AI performance at the edge. And also at the back, you'll have multiple displays, ports, and even legacy ports to make sure that you can consolidate and have work with some of your solution as well. So now I'm gonna talking. So if you want additional storage or GPU, first we have EdgeBoost nodes. So EdgeBoost nodes is something that we call on the bottom nodes over here that it provide additional expansion. And the first EdgeBoost node that I will show you here, you can configure with like 4 7mm NVMe SSDs or SATA SSDs, and it's also hot swappable. So you can quickly exchange the storage without need to turn off the computer itself. And furthermore, we also have another part of EdgeBoost nodes.
Yeah, so Jordy talked about the 2-slot nodes. I'll be talking about the 4-slot nodes, which is the maximum performance acceleration that you can get. So in this model here, you can see up to 8 U.2 NVMe storage capabilities, as well as a safety ejection feature. That way you know that the data is safe and secure, as well as the ability to data offload and switch SSD cards very quickly. What's unique about this specific model is that you're able to pull out the whole entire canister here for very easy data offloading and data switching. And this allows a lot of customers that require very quick data offloading with a very simple and easy mechanism. So on top of our EdgeBoost nodes with the data, we also are able to incorporate a low-profile GPU for any type of edge AI acceleration that you need. So within this small form factor GPU, you're able to input it into our EdgeBoost nodes very quickly and enable performance acceleration. All right, so we'll be talking about our rugged mini PCs. So what we have here is our RCO 1000 line. Basically what it is that it's using an Intel Atom processor that's specifically for embedded use cases. And what's unique about it is that it's a fanless, cableless industrial computer for IoT gateways. It uses IoT specific connectivity, so you get dual LAN, USB, and COM, as well as dual 4K displays for any type of displays that you need for your small form factor application. For storage, you have a SSD at the bottom and also an M.2 B key. That way you can run NVMe, 5G, or any type of dual memory that you need. As you can see here, you can also reach 9 to 36 VDC, negative 40 to 70 extreme temperature ranges, 50G and 5 grams of vibration, as well as UL safety listed certification. So what the UL safety certification listed is that we've basically had it tested and validated so that it can be run into different types of deployments for ensured durability and reliability. And as you can see here, we have 3 different types of RCO 1000s. Basically what it is that we are able to achieve different types of modularity and configurability. With our 30 series here, you can see that we have 3 tiers of Edge Boost I/O. So if you need additional I/O through DP, DIO, COM, or even HDMI and USB, you can actually support that on the RCO 1000. So that's something that's very unique because we're able to configure and customize to your deployment applications without having any type of OEM services. And also, what's unique about it right now is that we're demoing an AI application. So as you can see here, we're partnered with Halo, and Jordy will talk about that.
Yeah. So first I will start from this side. So one thing that we can do with our RCO 1000 series, like we partner with Halo on design this using their AI accelerator to design the M.2 modules like this. And then we leverage the M.2 module from Halo and we make sure that we validate and test it with our computer. So the Halo, we're gonna deploy on the M.2 B key inside the RCO 1000 series, and we create a heatsink and thermal dissipation design to make sure that it doesn't throttle, because heat is one of the things that we also want to make sure to control in our embedded solutions. And since RCO 1000 is one of the most wide temperature solutions that we have, negative 40 to 70 Celsius, it's really great for like a lot of edge AI applications that require fission. So we start with Halo 8. So Halo 8 gives you like up to 26 TOPS of AI performance, and you can do some AI model like this. So over here, I'm showing you like the Halo is running 2 models from like person detection and also body pose estimation. And it's running all from the M.2 AI accelerator modules. And one thing that Halo is launching new this year is a Halo 10H. So this is Halo 10H. So we also validate a thermal dissipation solution to make sure it's compatible with our RCO series. And what you have with 10H is basically you have up to 40 TOPS of performance with a very power efficient solution. So only under 3.5 watt of power, like normal power requirements. And since it have additional cache over here, you can run LLM solution module data as well. So if you have like LLM like OpenLlama, Llama 2, you have up to like 7 billion data sets that you can run on these modules. So you can run intelligence NVLM, LLM, independent from the cloud. So instead of like ChatGPT where you need to connect to the cloud all the time, with this module you can run all of that on the edge. And there's so many applications you can do with this. So for example, if you're in a warehouse and there's like, you already trained all the data for that warehouse system, and there's like a new people who coming in and there's like an alert or there's an issue, the person can just do a chat and ask the LLM model like what is happening, what should I do, and how can I troubleshoot it, and they can get all the information from that. So this is something that you see in Computex from all the way from machine vision to generative AI and LLMs for what we see in the future for edge AI computing. Alright, so for this section, we have railway and in-vehicle solutions. So railway solutions means that they have EN 5055 certifications. And for our products, we have the EMC sections on these certifications. So the first product that I want to talk to you about is this. This is the ECO 1000 series. It's a supercap UPS system. So one thing that's very important for this product is how they have much more industrial reliability and durability compared to like lead acid battery-based UPS system. So if you can see over here, we even won the BCA Best Choice Award in sustainability section. For some markets, some countries, or if the companies require ESG or sustainability measures, like having a supercapacitor based is much better than lead acid battery based UPS system. And I think I want to highlight like 3 main things. So the product itself we have here, you can support like 12 to 24 volt of DC output. And for the DC in, we have 12 to 35 volt wide range power inputs. And one thing that unique about our ECO solution, we also have a built-in GUI software. And over here you can check all the temperature, all the charging mode, like the supercapacitor capacity, and you can even do different settings to make sure how it behaves during safe shutdown and the delays of the computer. And something that I want to highlight, the three main things that you can get on the supercapacitor base compared to battery is you have a wider temperature, much better shock and vibration, and also the third thing is the quick charge. So you have like 5-minute charge up to full charge 100%. If you use battery base, you have around 5 to 6 minutes, 50 to 60 minutes just to charge only 10-20%, and 3 to 5 hours to have a full charge. So that's the main differences. And the second product I want to share here is the RCO 3000 series. So this is a pretty compact, small form factor fanless computer, and they use 12 to 14 gen of Intel CPU. And the thing is, like, you have one expandable I/O here. We call it the Edge Boost I/O. So this side you can configure with M12 with PoE ports, or RJ45 with PoE ports, even with M.2 for if you want to use AI like Halo card, or something like 5G or 4G, and also NVMe SSDs. And this is something a really good compact solutions, even with hot swappable storage. And you can use a compact surveillance system, and because they have the EN5755, it can be only one compact surveillance or railway signaling in the railway environment. And on the back as well, I can show you here, we have like up to 4 display ports. And you can check also on the data sheet. So the 4 display ports is you can connect to a lot of dashboards. So a lot of these applications, they require like more and more dashboard to show all the analytics and all the informations. And this is a really good all-in-one solution if size is something that matters. And Ethan here will, also.
So just to add on to the RCO 3000 as well, we do meet the UL safety standards. So we've opted in to have a safety standard for ensured reliability, and also to meet any type of requirements that require a UL certification. Moving on to our other in-vehicle applications, computers, we also have our ACO 6000. What's unique about this is that it actually supports up to 16 or 12 I/O, PoE, and this is basically for railway traffic signaling or any type of in-vehicle railway application. For additional storage, we also have 2 hot swappable storage SSDs, as well as one inside. That way you have internal RAID and data redundancy. If you look at the back here, you can actually see we support a lot of IoT gateway type of applications with dual LAN, USB, and even legacy COM ports. For automation switches and stuff like that, we support GPIO or DIO for any type of programmable switches.
Yeah, and also to add in, one thing that also really important for the railway markets is you have a wide range of voltage inputs. So we can configure like you have 9 to 48 volts over here. You have 9 to 48 volts of power input, or you can also configure like 48 to 110 volts. So these 2 different ones can accommodate like for different power requirements across the railway environments. So either you can have 8 PoE with this solution or 16 PoE cameras all in one solution. Can be a great solution for not only railway environments but also in vehicle. We have some projects like they put in a bus for moving like inmates as well with connected to 16 PoE cameras. So yeah, that's a wrap for this section. This section we have a semi-rugged industrial X86 industrial computer. So one thing that we have here are all the BCO series. BCO is 12 to 14 gen. And one thing that you want, and the segmentation for the BCO is, BCO stands for B for basics. And this computer is a really good alternative for if you actually use a desktop PCs. Some customer, they use like a desktop PC in industrial factories, but they want a more reliable alternative. But perhaps other products can be a bit too overspec, the price is a bit too high. You want to do, you can find a product like this. This is a BCO 1000 series. So we have 2 types of BCO. The main differentiation is one have 3 LAN, and also the other BCO have 2 LAN ports. So the BCO 1000 ADLN have 2 LAN ports, and the B version have 3 LAN ports. And the rest you can accommodate with different USB ports. You can even have multiple displays and all the M.2 expansion inside. So really good for IoT gateways and industrial automation and retail automation.
So for the BCO 3000 Raptor Lake, it's a little bit bigger, so which means that you have more real estate for I/O. So you get to have additional I/O in LAN, USB, and display ports. And just to mention, we also have 50G shock and vibration and 0 to 50 wide temperature. Not a lot of applications need a 40 to 70 degrees Celsius temperature. So we actually have it toned down for very basic type of IoT gateways. As you can see here, there are different types of I/O specifically for industrial automation, like the DIO, the 9 to 48 VDC, as well as different types of COM and USB ports. And since this is a little bit bigger, it actually supports more I/O. And for the BCO 6000, what's unique about it is that it actually supports PCIe expansion for any additional GPU or expansion cards that you need, whether it be in more LAN, more COM, or performance acceleration through an expansion card. But that basically kind of summarizes the BCO series, where it's kind of basic, but still very industrial grade.
Over here we have what we call a machine vision system. So the key essence for CNT solutions with machine vision is you can provide GPU expansions, much larger full-length, full-height GPU expansions. So one here I can show you one semi-rugged rack mount computer. So we call it our KCO 3000 RPL series. So support 12 to 14 gen CPU. So you get all of those Intel Core performance. And if you can see inside, you have a massive amount of room to put a lot of I/O expansion and GPU card and also PCIe card expansion. So this solution we support PCIe 5, Gen 5, Gen 4, and Gen 3 with also PCIe by 16 expansion by 4 and by 1. So with that expandable ports, you can slots, you can put like GPU cards, and you can still put a lot of I/O ports or image capture cards, all-in-one solutions. And one thing that is special about this computer is the rack mount design. It have also a fanless design with also a fan filter. So you can avoid like dust and make sure that it's much more reliable despite of being semi-rugged. And I think if you need a more compact solutions, we even have the KCO 2000 RPL series. So similar with the CPU architectures and also the expansion capabilities, but here you have like the half height PCI expansion card. So you can put a bit more, much more compact GPU cards or I/O expansion cards or capture cards, and you also still have all of the I/O that you needed. A rich I/O, you have like up to like 6 USB ports. You still have a lot of internal ports that you can pull out, and you also have 2 LAN over here and also several display ports. And one thing that's very unique for this is we have a hot swappable storage, and it's like a 15 millimeter SATA storage. So this allows for the customer or the user to quickly make updates or also troubleshoot. Yeah.
And moving on to our fully rugged, super rugged machine vision computer is our BCO 6000. When compared to the KCO, this is completely fanless and cableless. So it's fully ruggedized and to meet full height, full length GPUs. So that's why it's a little bit longer. So if you want to install any type of GPUs that are full height, full length, like a A6000, we can actually meet that requirement. It can actually support dual GPU as well. So as a default, this is only a 300 watt power budget, but with our new power board, you can actually support up to 600 watt power budget. That allows the VCO to actually support dual GPUs for AI inferencing or any heavy load workloads. As you can see here, we can also support -25 to 70 degrees Celsius wide temperature, as well as 20 G shock and 3 GRMS vibration for the GPU. It's also UL listed, so for any type of peace of mind deployment or reliability, we've already tested it with UL, and it meets all the requirements for safety standards. But yeah, that's basically all of our machine vision applications that support a full-length, full-height GPU.
CNT waterproof solution is one of the solutions that we have, from Panel PC all the way to Fanless computer and also OEM ODM solutions. So if I quickly start on the waterproof solution from the Panel PC side, first we have a VIO series with a front panel of IP65, so you can withstand like some rain or water exposure. And if you need a full like 360 waterproof solution, you can work with our stainless steel Panel PC with IP66 and 69K, which is 6 are for the highest grade of the dust ingress protection, and 9K is the highest grade for the water ingress protection. So it means with the stainless steel enclosure, if you're in a dirty environment and you need a harsh wash down with water jets, SIO can withstand that. And also we have a fanless computer we call the WCO 3000 L series. So the unique thing about this computer is it's fully waterproof enclosure, 360, IP68K and 69K solutions. So you can submerge it underwater for up to 1 meter, and also you can withstand harsh water jets washdowns. And something that you can also configure with this, you have like 4K displays of the LAN ports with 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, USB ports, and you can even have an optional 2x of PoE ports. So you can connect this to a camera and you can run, for example, like a machine vision or just surveillance in some of the applications, for example, agriculture or renewable energy, solar panel farm, or even smart city with outdoor applications with rain exposure. And some of our customers have more specific needs for waterproof solution. CNT also one of the best OEM, ODM manufacturers you can find in Taiwan. And here's one of the showcase that we do with Intel 12 up to 14 gen solutions. So what we did, we designed a full enclosure with IP65 solutions, and you can have the M12 port, HDMI, and also some USB ports. And if you want a OEM ODM solution, you can contact us, and we can do all the way from panel PCs, motherboards to Fanless PC like this. So I'm going to showcase one of CNT's DIN rail solutions. So the first thing over here, we have DCO1000 Amston Lake, so DCO1000 ASL. So it's powered by Intel Atom ASL series. And the second one that we're also going to introduce further is the DCO1000 with NVIDIA Jetson Orin solutions. So okay, let's take a look closer on the DCO1000. So it's a bookshelf mount of DIN rail solution. So you have all the I/O ports in the front. You have 4 LAN ports, the dual display ports, and USB. You even have some legacy ports on top with COM ports and also DIO ports. And also on the other side, you can configure this with SIM card, Bluetooth, wireless, and for additional wireless connectivity. And one thing that's really unique with our DCO series is the ability to support UL certification, C1D2 ATEX Zone 2. So quickly talking about C1D2 and ATEX Zone 2, you can put this solution in the environment of like oil and gas assets, chemical plants, a lot of with fire hazards and risk. And it also to support, we also have like the DIN rail solution here, and also we have the ECO1000 that can support the DIN rail mount. And the ECO1000 also have the EN5055 on the EMC section. It's the product that we won the Best Choice Award. And this, in short, is our DIN rail solution computers and power backup solutions.
This is our line of industrial panel PCs. We are going to introduce the VIO first. So what's unique about the VIO is that it's actually a modular touch panel PC with an IP65 front bezel or front display. What's unique about it is that you can actually pull out different types of PC modules, whether you need a PC with Meteor Lake processing or just a simple PC module to show displays. When you have different types of applications that need different types of performance, we can actually switch that out very easily and put in a different screen. That allows you to customize and really configure what you really need. So this is our SIO series. What it is an IP66 69K stainless steel industrial panel PC. What you can do is have a fully ruggedized HMI that can be washed down and waterproof. And what it has is a M12 I/O, so that it's water locking and it can prevent dust and debris from entering, as well as a passive pressure valve. So when pressure goes up and down, the PC will be able to withstand those different types of pressure changes. On top of touch, it has peak kappa resistive, and it's meant for different types of HMI applications in either food and beverages with hygienic clean rooms. And then moving on to the AIO, HIO.
Okay, so over here we already got like the most rugged panel PC that we have. And if you want a more cost-effective solutions, less ruggedized, we have 2 series for that. The first one is we call the AIO series. So AIO series is an all-in-one panel PC. So a little bit similar to the IP65 modular panel PC over here. But what we did is we combined the back module and display together. And it's an all-in-one with different sizes. So we have all the way from 10, 15 to 21 inch size. And if you can see at the back over here, the design itself, we have extruded metal that will have a nice heat sinks, so it can operate on pretty good heat environment as well. And you get all the ports that you need. For example, the two RJ45 USB external display if you want to connect to another monitors, and also you have some COM ports over here. What unique about this product itself is also have some M.2 expansion slots, so you can put it for NVMe storage or additional 5G or 4G. So we have antenna holes that you can make sure that you can connect to the wireless and cellular connectivity, and also you can set up some of the brightness and different customization as well. And if this is with the VESA mount and wall mount, and if you want a more open frame mount, we also have a solution for that. So this is called the HIO series. So the HIO series is similar with the AIO. They both support the Intel Alder Lake N97 CPU. So it gives you a pretty good performance on a low power requirements. And we also have a similar sizes with the AIO. So from 10 inch, also 15 and all the way to 21 inch. So the open frame monitor panel PCs is really good if you have a cabinet or a kiosk with folding metals, and you can quickly mount it in place. So those are our panel PC solutions. And one thing that I want to mention about is we also have OEM ODM projects for outdoor panel PC. So what we try to showcase over here is like how we can design this panel PC to be really outdoor proof. So you can have a new glass at the front that can filter the UV and infrared as well. So the infrared will bounce off, and the UV will also filter out to the display. So what happens when this when you put it to direct sunlight, it makes sure that the computer wouldn't overheat. So by using this outdoor panel PC designs, we have from -20 all the way up to 85 degrees Celsius of operating temperature heat. And this you can apply in all of our panel PC from our OEM ODM perspective. And that's our industrial panel PC solutions. CNT also have the capability of designing and also building industrial motherboards from the scratch. So we have all the way from 1.8-inch SBCs, 3.5-inch single board computers, and all the way to micro ATX. We have also mini ATX solution, but here I'm showing like some of our solutions that we have from AMD and Intel CPU. So our 1.8-inch single board computer is one of the most compact and mini motherboards. It's a Phantom ITX, and this is a credit card sized motherboard, and they use this a lot for kiosk applications, also for smart robotics or even drone applications because it's lightweight. And if you need more I/O and more performance, we'll have a couple of 3.5-inch single board computers with Intel Atom, Amston Lake, Intel Meteor Lake U or H, and also AMD Ryzen. One thing that always unique from CNT is the ability that we have for expandable customization computer in our standard products. So if you see our AMD Ryzen embedded here, we have our proprietary PCI expansions, where some of our customers have the challenge to find, for example, they need 14 USB ports on the standard motherboards, but no motherboards have that. So what we did, we quickly designed a daughter board to support additional 10 USB ports, and we connected through our PCI expansion slots, proprietary PCI connection, and they can have all the ports that they need without need to do any OEM ODM design for new products. And the last one here is the 12 to 14 Gen Intel Micro ATX board that we have. You can have all the expansion from PCI Gen 5 to Gen 4 and Gen 3, and also up to 128 gig of RAM. And you can do this for even more performance, more power solution if you need it. So these are all industrial design, the material, the chipsets, all the production line. We make sure that it's reliable 24/7 for industrial computing. And that's about it.